Hello and welcome back to the Champions League Challenge on Football Manager 2022, where we are in charge of Steaua Bucharest and are now in the top tier of Romania. In today's episode, we're going to play a Romanian Cup 6th round match against rivals FCSB and a league game against well-known Romanian side CFR Cluj. But before that, I'll show you how we got on in our one and only league game that we've played since the last episode. So it was an away game against Politehnica Timisoara, one of the promoted sides from last season, and we comfortably won this one by 2-0. Moldovan getting a header in the 15th minute, and then Dragici with the second of our goals in the 90th minute. They did score a goal, but it was offside in the end in injury time, so it ended 2-0. Moldovan got the Man of the Match award, almost getting a 10 rating. Brilliant performance from him yet again. Would really like to sign him permanently, but not sure how likely that is to happen. He is contracted to his current club until the end of this season, and they're also looking to extend his contract too. So that result leaves the league table looking like this. We are currently 7th in the table, which would be top of the relegation group of teams. Our opponents today, our first opponents today, are currently 14th in the league. So we're doing a lot better than them. We're 10 points clear of them. In fact, we're only 14 points off top of the table. I say only 14. More likely, we're only 1 point off 6th place, which would mean a place in the Champions group of teams as the league splits at 30 games. But our attention will focus in a second to the Romanian Cup game against FCSB in the 6th round of the Cup. But before that, I promised last episode that I'd show you the World Cup. So here it is. So you can see it was actually England that have won the World Cup in Qatar. They beat Croatia by 3-2, making up for that semi-final defeat in real life back in 2018. Italy and Spain played out the third place playoff, with Italy winning that. So England beat Italy on penalties. So it was sort of a retribution sort of story for England throughout this World Cup, beating Italy on penalties in the semi-final after obviously losing to them in the Euros this year, and then beating Croatia in the final to make up for that World Cup semi-final defeat. So, well done, England. And then elsewhere, we have had a bit of information on our intake, our youth intake, and apparently it's going to be an excellent intake. We've got an A grade for centre midfielders, a B grade for goalkeepers, B grade for fullbacks, and attacking midfielders as well. So hopefully there's going to be some decent prospects in there. It's still a while until we find out exactly who they are and what their attributes are like. It's April. So still a few months' time, but it's promising signs. So this is the lineup that we're going with for this first game, this game against FCSB. It's Tomaniga in goal, Razvananea, Disoma, Moldovan, and Kapachi in defence. I have made some promises to a few players that I would play them and decided against doing that. I'm probably going to sell a few of them on. George Kalantaru and Nick are two of the players that have come to me demanding first team football. I stupidly accepted. Probably shouldn't have done that in hindsight. So Kalantaru will get moved on. I'm going to try and keep Nick for the time being. Kalantaru just doesn't seem good enough for the side anymore. Then we've got Burel and Badea in central midfield, Dragici at right wing, Mitrovic at left wing, and Donos in central attacking midfield. We've got Adrian Popper and what's his name? I can't even remember his name. Alexandru Zaharia, who have also come to me about their lack of first team football. Both of them are on the transfer list, so actively trying to get rid of them. But I did stupidly promise them that they would play as well, which again I shouldn't have done, because Mitrovic has been outstanding at left wing and Dragici's been doing very well at right wing this season as well. And then up front we've got Bogdan Ceperliu. So usual formation, usual tactic. Hopefully we get a positive outcome and get a bit of revenge after FCSB beat us in the league game earlier this season. So we had the news item ahead of this game that it was going to be a capacity stadium for this game. Well, not full capacity, but it's a bigger attendance than usual. 15,000 is what they were expecting for today's game, where we usually still only get around 5,000. So first highlight of the game, and FCSB are playing the ball out from the back. Miron is just holding on to it for a long time. Vlad launches that forward as he was getting chased down by our striker, and Disoma wins the ball in the air. Now it's Mitrovic coming back deep to play the ball back to the centre-back Moldovan, who advances forward with it, plays it back to his defensive partner Disoma, who will be looking to find a Steaua player, possibly on the right to Dragici is where he goes. And Dragici, trying to beat his man down the right-hand side, plays it across the right-back Omnea. Now it's Burel to Donos. Čepurliu in a bit of space, through to Mitrovic and even more space, and Jovan Mitrovic has got the opening goal in this derby. It's 11 minutes gone. Mitrovic does a nice little cartwheel to celebrate. It's an excellent finish from him. I thought Čepurliu was going to take the shot initially, but instead he passed it across to Mitrovic, who was in a bit more space than him. You can see here, Čepurliu gets the ball from Danos, plays it across to Mitrovic, and Mitrovic with a beautiful finish past the goalkeeper. Immediate highlight from kickoff after the goal though, and this is always concerning. FCSB in possession of the ball with Radunovic on the left-hand side. Tanas now has it. We're closing down nicely, but we're not getting anywhere near the ball, really. Popescu chests it down, and we somehow win the ball back there. That was a terrible tackle from our right-back, but Danos managed to capitalise on a misplaced touch from the FCSB player, and Mitrovic, the goal scorer, has the ball on the left-hand side again and decides to play it back to the left-back Kopachi for the time being. Now Danos to the centre midfielder Burel, now to Čepurliu. Through ball again to Mitrovic. Can they combine again? They certainly can. Mitrovic, about a minute or a minute and a half after his initial goal, has doubled his tally for the day and doubled our tally for the day as well. The exact same combination of Čepurliu to Mitrovic and the exact same outcome. Burel had it in the centre circle, played it to Čepurliu, took a touch, and a through ball to Mitrovic, who was running onto it and beautifully finishes that past the goalkeeper. And this, Alexandru Zaharia, is why you're not playing, because Mitrovic can do stuff like this. So we've not made any changes at half time. FCSB have the ball in this first highlight of the second half. They'll probably have had a bit of a mouthful from their manager at half time, I imagine, telling them to get their asses into gear. So they have the ball at the back now with Miron. Now Suit to Oeda. Simeon, nice pass and play from them. It'd be great if we could win the ball back, which we do with Kopachi after a terrible touch from the FCSB player. Kopachi running down this left-hand side, chance to get a ball in, possibly pulls it back to Badea instead, the centre midfielder. What's he going to do with it? He decides to have a shot, and that is just saved by Vlad. That wasn't the most confident of saves by the FCSB goalkeeper, just managing to tip it onto the post. And we've got a corner with Čepurliu now towards De Sommer, but Cristea wins the ball ahead of him, and that is going to be that. Throw in for FCSB. Simeon takes to Cordea, back to Simeon down this right-hand side. Can Kopachi get a tackle in? He can't. The ball's played back to Cordea instead. Now Oeda. Now Suit finds a nice pass out wide right to Simeon. Ball in the box for Cordea. Cordea tries to get there, and there's a bit of a mix-up from Tomaniga there, but he manages to pick it up eventually. But another free kick for FCSB to the back post. Cordea is there, chested down, plays it across the face of goal, and Cristea has scored. Julian Cristea gets a goal back for FCSB and runs back to the centre circle. And we're going to make a change. We're going to take Danos off. He's not having that much of an impact today. Emilian Passionel is going to come on for him on support in the advanced playmaker role. I'm also tempted to... Should I tell him to focus or should I just leave it? I think we just leave it. A throw-in for us is intercepted by Suit and cleared. Moldovan is going to pick this up at the back for us, though. So he needs to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid, as he's running out of defence now with the ball. Long ball from him, and that's the stupid thing that I was talking about. Just gives the ball away to FCSB, and now they can come on the attack with Miron on the ball at the back for them. Finds Radunovic, forward to Popescu. And Stoica is through on goal now. Stoica to level it up. Yanis Stoica has levelled it up. Is there a flag? I don't think there is. I thought maybe the linesman had his flag up, but he seemed to just be standing still for no reason. So it is 2-2. We've thrown a 2-goal lead away. I'm going to demand more. And there's another chance. Surely we're not completely thrown away a 2-goal lead to lose this one. Onea with an excellent intercepting header. Dragici to Passionel. Back to Dragici now. Onea's trying to run over, but it's cleared. But it's only to De Sommer, who comes forward with it now. Finds Moldovan, who's the last man in defence for us. Back to De Sommer. Now Burel. De Sommer's just being the pivot point at the moment from centre-back. Moldovan finds a pass out wide left to Mitrovic, who's on a hat-trick, remember. Can he get a ball in? He can't. It's blocked. But Mitrovic is going to get another chance here. He plays it across to Badea. Is that going to be a penalty? It's not. Mitrovic has got the ball. Badea. Ball at the back post. Dragici with a header. Good save by Vlad. Passionel and then blocked by the defender. And that's going to be cleared by FCSB. And they are on the counter-attack now with Popescu running down this left-hand side. We need a tackle to be made. Burel with a very clever tug at Popescu's shirt there to stop the move as it was flowing. And there's another opportunity now. Suit The long ball forward to Farnberger, who's in tons of space. And this could be the third goal for FCSB, and it's just pulled wide by him. So despite the performance that Mitrovic has put in this game so far, he is looking pretty tired out there. So I think we are going to have to take him off. He's on a yellow card as well. We'll bring on Dragos Huiban for him at left wing. We'll move him to being an inverted winger on support. Julian Badea is also on a yellow card, but he's looking pretty focused out there, and he's on a 7 rating. De Sommer isn't doing well in defence. We don't really have a centre-back to bring on for him, so he's just going to have to stay there. We've got about 7.5 minutes left to, I would say, hold on to this 2-2 draw, in all honesty, the way the game's been going. So it's going to go to extra time. I just did a last-minute shout there of encourage to the lads just to pick up the morale. Another chance possibly, but it's intercepted by Unea. Now we can launch an attack of our own with Sommer with the ball at centre-back. Finds the right-back Unea, forward to Dragici, the right winger. And Burrell. Nice pass from him to Badea. Huiban's in space on the left-hand side. Finds him. Can he find a ball into the box? He's going to pull it back instead to Kapachi. And Kapachi plays it across the centre to Burrell. Now Passionel to Dragici. Dragici, can he get the turn and shot away? He can't. He turns and then plays it out wide right to Unea. The move is still going though. Burrell to Passionel. Through ball to Badea. Now Dragici again to Unea in some space. It's Unea. Can he get the winner? He can. It might not be the winner, but he's got the third. It's his first goal for the club. It's an excellent finish. A beautifully built up move. Dragici was pivotal in that move. He had many touches and many excellent passes there. Badea played the ball to Dragici, who cleverly just shifts it right to Unea, and he takes a couple of touches and smashes it to the goalkeeper's right-hand side. And we are back in front. Goal kick from us. That's just going to go straight to their left-back, though, with no one challenging him. And FCSB have an opportunity to build from the back and possibly equalise for the second time this game. It's Dimitri with the ball. He seems a lot quicker than our defenders. Dimitri running forward with it. He's just gone past everyone. It's Dimitri, and that's a finish. That is an excellent goal from Christy Dimitri. Terrible defending. Nobody put a challenge in. He just waltzed past everyone, and we're back on level terms. So we've got to half time. And we've still got a change that we can make. And there's a lot of players looking tired out there. So it's a difficult decision. Now, my final change is going to be at centre midfield for 2 reasons. Badea's on a yellow card. Don't want anyone to get sent off at this stage of the game. And also, Passionel, who's coming on for him, it has better penalty taking attributes. So if it does go down to dreaded penalties, then I feel more confident that Stefan Passionel will put his penalty away. We've actually got one more change that we can make. So we're going to bring Kalantaro on at right back. Unea has given everything today. And also Kalantaro is slightly better penalty taker than him. Watch me do all this talk of penalties and then they go and get a last minute winner or something. But that's not happened. We've made it to penalties. And now we have to pick our penalty takers. So we've picked our penalty takers. And I've done it based on their penalty taking attribute, to be honest. If for example, Chaperlu has an attribute of 7 on his penalty taken, and that's the same as Paul Kapachi. So because Chaperlu's looking confident, I've put him ahead of him, but I don't want to risk putting him in the initial 5 to take the penalties. Hopefully that doesn't bite me on the bum, but we'll do the team talk. We'll just do the team talk that the assistant recommends. So here we go, FCSB with the first penalty. It's Tanas who steps up to take it. Can we get a save? That would be great if we could. He goes the right way, but it's too far to the right for Tomaniga to get a save. Burrell now steps up, our best penalty taker in this squad. Hopefully he can put this one away. Nicholas Burrell easily dispatches that. Now can Tomaniga save this Corday penalty? He can't. It's smashed beautifully to the goalkeeper's left. We're now 2-1 on the penalties. Huiban stepping up for us. And he just about gets that in. I think the goalkeeper got a hand to that one. 2-2 as Coleman steps up for FCSB. Can Tomaniga make himself a hero this time? He can't. That's a brilliant penalty right into the bottom left. Up steps Emiliano Passionel, who places that beautifully into the top right of the goal. No one has missed yet. Christea steps up for FCSB. And he fires that past the keeper as well. 4-3 to FCSB. George Kalantaro came off the bench, partially because he's a better penalty taker than the Razvan Unea. And he's missed. Oh, I knew this would happen. We need some heroics from Tomaniga here to save our position in the Romanian Cup. Radunovic, the left back for FCSB, steps up. Tomaniga needs to save this. And he doesn't. They've beaten us again. We've lost to our rivals yet again on penalties this time. An even worse way of losing it than if we would lose it in 90 minutes. That's a very disappointing result. We were ahead we were 2-0 up, then we were 3-2 up, and then we end up losing it on penalties. That's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. Safe to say, George Kalantaru will not be involved in any further penalty shootouts that we may have in the future. That's even if he's with us in the future. But we've got a league game to look forward to against CFR Cluj. That's in 3 days' time in game, but in just a second for you. Well, this was unexpected. So I was planning and even recorded the game against CFR Cluj, which you can see the result of here. But for some reason, the file decided to corrupt. So we're going to have to play the next game instead, which is against Chindia Targovist. So the CFR Cluj game, we got battered, as you'd probably expect. Only 2-0. Should have probably been a lot more, as you can tell by their XG. So we probably did a pretty decent job to just keep it at 2-0, to be fair. But that means that, like I said, we're going to be playing against Chindia Targovishte, who are 1 point ahead of us in the table, 2 positions above us. If we win today, we could go back up into the top 6. Fingers crossed we can. It's going to be tough, but hopefully we can. We've got an injury to deal with as well. Nick, the left back Nick, is going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks with a pulled abdominal muscle, which is unfortunate for him. But we do, of course, have adequate cover in the form of Paul Capacci, who was playing at left back initially this season until Nick reclaimed his spot. Now, I might make a few changes here. Onea is going to come on right back instead of George Chalantaru. Benea and Moldovan, is that who I wanted centre back? I'd rather have Disommer in, to be fair, rather than Benea. We'll bring Nicholas Burel into centre midfield for Stefan Passionel, and then Bedea in for Niaxiu. And then Stefan Dragici can come in for Popper on the right wing, and Danos can stay centre attacking midfield. Mitrovic can stay left wing, and Bogdan can stay as the low man up front. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but Huiban has an injury as well. I think I did because he picked it up in the last match, didn't he? Yeah, never mind. It's been a while since I recorded the last match, so forgive me for forgetting. So that is the confirmed lineup for this game against Chindia Targovishte. I was thinking about taking Moldovan off because he is a little bit lacking in condition, but I think he'll be all right to last the 90 minutes here. So first highlight of the game, and it's Capacci with it. He finds Claudio Danos on this left-hand side. He plays it to the centre midfielder, Burel. Nice passing play, Moldovan to Danos. Mitrovic on the left-hand side. Can he find a ball into the box and possibly get us our first opportunity of the game to the back post? Dragici is there, and Stefan Dragici has opened the scoring with a beautiful header at the back post after 6 minutes of play, and we've had the perfect start. Mitrovic with another excellent assist. He's had lots of them so far this season, right to the back post, and Dragici tried his best to miss, but he managed to get it in the back of the net eventually. You'll notice as well, the zoom seems to have been fixed in the game. It's been a problem that I've had since the game released, that 85% zoom, which is what I play it on, wasn't actually showing as 85% zoom. I was only getting 2 windows on this right-hand side here instead of the 4, but it seems to have been fixed now, which is nice from an aesthetic point of view for me, at least, as Chindia have the ball. It's Rusu, plays it out wide left to the unmarked Ionita. He plays a ball into the box. It's gone all the way through, and Popper has somehow hit the post rather than scoring what he really should have scored. Goal kick from Tomaniga goes straight to Mateus, but Chapurliu gets the ball back, and now Danos is advancing through on goal. He's going to have to hold it up a little bit and play it into the box to Mitrovic, and it's off the post, and it's cleared. That was a great opportunity, great play from Danos to hold the ball up well rather than trying to take on 3 men. So you may notice on the right-hand side, we are still currently 7th. I did say we can get up to 6 today. That is if we get another goal. We're 2 goals behind. Oh, we've got another goal. Well, that's just perfect timing, but I think it might be called for offside. Moldovan is still celebrating over there. We're going to have to see what VAR says, and I think it's going to count. So it was a ball in from Dragici, and Moldovan was there at the back post. The second header from the back post today. We seem to be loving that manoeuvre, and I don't know, I think he would. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong man. 25 was offside. Moldovan was on. So they were. I think I might have got this wrong. We were 2 goals behind them on goal difference. So now we're level on goal difference. So we just need another goal to go up to 6, as Dragici has the opportunity from a free kick, and it was a good effort from him. Now, we do have quite a lot of games in quick succession at the moment, so I will be looking to take a few players off in a little bit. Hopefully we don't concede a goal here through Rocha, but we do. Nuno Rocha smashes that into the back of the net, and from 2 goals up, we could be in trouble here. It happened in the last game, well, the last game that you saw in the Cup, and it could be about to happen again. And it's another throw-in for Chindia on this left-hand side. It's Ari Pepel, plays it back to Ionita. He's going to look to get a ball into the box. He does. He goes to the back post. Negut's there. Heads it back inside. And that's cleared by Badea. But I think it's going to come back towards our defence with Saleya. Now it's Kapusa down this right-hand side this time. Really need to make a challenge. It's played inside to Negut. Back to Kapusa. He runs a bit further forward. Gets a ball in. Kapachi clears it. But we just can't get out of the defence. We keep playing the ball back to Chindia. And they keep coming forward with it. It's Ionita down this left-hand side. Short pass to Dulce. And Burrell is giving a penalty away. What are you playing at? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's happening again. From 2 goals up, it's going to VAR. It's probably going to be a penalty. It looked like it was going to be a penalty. It's a penalty. From 2 goals up, we are now throwing it away once again. We need heroics from Tomaniga here. It's Negut with the penalty. Oh, I thought he'd saved it. Why did you do that to me, game? I thought he'd saved it. He'd gone the right way, and the ball somehow crept past him. We're going to see it better in this replay. Negut with the penalty. He went through his hands. Oh, so unlucky. Right, we need to make some changes. Who have we got on the bench that can influence things? I mean, Passinel's an option. Bring him on for Denos. Advanced playmaker support, I think. I'm also a bit concerned about De Sommer on a yellow card at centre-back. I stupidly didn't put a centre-back on the bench, so I can't really do anything about that. Burrell's already given a penalty away, so I don't want to drop him to centre-back, because that's just asking for trouble. Razvan Ane is not having a great time at right back. Kalantaru can come on for him, and we'll confirm the changes there. Surely not. It's Rocha with a free kick to the back post. Oh, Dulce with a header. Very, very close to taking the lead. We're going to change formation, I think. We're going to change to 2 up top. So we'll keep Chapurliu as a pressing forward. We're going to go more attacking. We're going to go attacking. We've got Passinel as an advanced forward. Chapurliu as a pressing forward and attack. And we need to win this game, really, considering the fact we're 2-0 up. Oh no, free kick for Chindia. It's Rocha to take it from the right-hand side. This could be a defeat now. He's already scored one. Is he going to make one? He plays it to Papaduke and... Oh, what a goal. What a goal, son. Dario Papaduke, take a boo. Take a boo, son. Absolute finish from him, but we should never be in this position anyway. But it means we're losing. And I've not taken us off attacking. So we could be about to go 4-2 down. It's Kapusa. Now Dulce on the edge of the box. Surely they're not going to score another worldie. Plays that wide to Kapusa instead. Back to Pambu. Short passes from Chindia. Dulce in a bit of space. Nice little flick from him. Turning on the style now. Negut into the box. Kalantaru sweeps that away. But Chindia are coming straight back at us. It's Kapusa with the ball in. It's going to go to the back post. Papaduke's going to keep it in, I think. Just about. Plays that back to Ionita, who cuts it across to Dulce. And the clock is winding down. We're at 4 minutes of injury time. Ball into the box for Negut. He controls it and he scores. Christian Negut has made this look more comfortable than it actually ever was for Chindia. They're now 2 goals up and it's pretty much full time. So we've lost a chance to go 6th today. And we remain 9th with that 4-2 defeat. It's just not great. Something's going wrong and we need to figure out what. 2 games in a row that you've seen that we've gone 2-0 up and thrown it away. So like I said, that leaves us 9th in the table. We're now 3 points off 6th place and there's still plenty of time to go. So we're not going to get too upset about it, but we do need to make sure that this doesn't happen too often because that's 2 times in the last 3 games that we've been 2 goals up and thrown it away. So next episode, we're going to be back for the games against Botasani and UTA Arid. Arid are a team who are challenging to finish in the top 6 places after 30 games, so that'll be an interesting one. In the meantime, we'll play the games against Academica Clincini, Universitatea Craiova, FCSB, FC Arges and Farul Constanta off camera. I'm praying to God that this recording has worked, because otherwise I'm going to have to record the Academica Clincini game and you won't see this anyway. But if you have seen this and you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get more content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.